Hey, I'm Dave from CMX Games, and in this video we're going to learn how to play Brickwork. Brickwork is a quick, brick building, dice rolling, worker placement game for 2 players. At the beginning of the game, both players build an object called a brickprint out of yellow bricks. During the game, players take turns placing dice onto the game board to collect or connect bricks of their own color, red or blue. The first player to recreate both brickprints using bricks of their own color is the winner. To start setting up, place the game board in the center of the playing area, and each player chooses a different color, red or blue. Give each player the player card and all bricks of their chosen color. Place the player card on the table in front of you with all of your bricks off to the brickyard side of your player card. And place all the yellow bricks in a single pile within reach of both players. These 3 piles are called the brickyards. Now we're going to figure out the starting turn order. Each player rolls 2 dice, and the higher total is going to start the game as player 1. In this case, it's going to be blue. Remove a 2x2 brick from each player's brickyard, and player 1 connects their brick on top. This is the turn tower, and it tells you who rolls all of the dice and who takes the first turn each round. Place it upright on the center of the game board. Now we're going to collect our starting plus-minus tokens. Player 1 gets 1 plus-minus token, and player 2 gets 2. The 3 remaining plus-minus tokens should be placed near the adjust action space on the game board. Now it's time to build the brick prints. Each player selects 6 bricks, either at random or by choice, however you'd like to play, from the yellow brickyard, and then quickly builds an object using all 6 of those yellow bricks. These objects are the brick prints. I've gone ahead and built 2 of them myself. I've got a guy waiting for a bus, and I've built a sled. Once you finish building your brick print, describe it, and then place it next to the game board, and you're ready to start the first round. Player 1 rolls all 4 dice, and these dice form the pool. Player 1 then takes the first turn. On your turn, you choose 1 die from the pool and place it onto an action space on the game board to take that action. Now, you can also return plus-minus tokens to change your chosen die. For each plus-minus token you return, you change the die by +1 or -1 pip per token. So for example, blue could return 1 plus-minus token to the board to change this 5 into a 4 before placing it on the board. The red player could return 2 plus-minus tokens to change this 3 into a 1 or into a 5 before placing it on the board. It's worth noting you can change a 6 into a 1 and vice versa for 1 plus-minus token. Also, during your turn, if there is a die on an action space and you want to take that action, you can. You bump the old die off the action space, roll it, and return it to the pool. Now the round is going to continue with players taking turns until all of the dice are placed onto the board, at which point the round ends. You flip the turn tower over so that player 2 becomes player 1 and vice versa. You remove all the dice from the board and you roll to start a new round. Let's talk about what the actions are. On this half of the board, there are 5 action spaces labeled collect with dice values of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. To place a die on one of these action spaces, it must show the same number of pips as the action space, and then you collect 1 brick with that number of pips. So if I were the blue player, I could place a 4 on collect 4 to collect 1 brick with 4 pips. I'd move it to the collection side of my player card. And the red player could then place this 6 on collect 6 to collect 1 brick with 6 pips. Now I'm going to move a bunch of bricks into red's collection so I can talk about some of the other actions. Over here we've got build. When you place a die on build, and I'll place a 3 here and pretend I'm red, you must connect exactly that many pips using the bricks that you've collected. So I've placed a 3, I need to connect 3 pips, and I can do that in any combination I'd like. So I could connect 1, 2, and 3. Demolish is an action that's the opposite of build. On a later turn, maybe, red would place a 3 on demolish, and then they would disconnect 3 pips using the bricks in their collection. You might do this if you make a mistake. 1, 2, 3. We've also got a recycle action on this side of the board. To use the recycle action, you have to place a 5 on it, and then you return 1 or 2 bricks and collect 1 or 2 bricks. The bricks you return and the bricks you collect must have the same total number of pips. So for example, I could return this 6 to collect a 4 and a 2. Or I could have returned this 4, and this 4 to collect a 6 and a 2. The last action space is adjust. You can place any die you'd like onto adjust, and it allows you to collect one additional plus-minus token. Take it from the board, place it on your player card. Now let's bring it back around to how you actually win the game. When one player in their collection has one object that recreates their brick print, like this, and one object that recreates their opponent's brick print, like that, that player is the winner and the game ends immediately. Now it's worth noting that you don't have to use the exact same bricks as the brick prints. For example, you could use two 1x2 bricks instead of a 2x2 or maybe a 1x4 brick that was used in the brick print. So that's it. That's how you play Brickwork. Have fun.